Quality has been Wim Janssen's key word all season, and he picks an unchanged 14 for this league decider, despite the disappointment of Dunfermline last Sunday. That means Morten Wieghorst, a regular in midfield for most of the season, can't displace Phil O'Donnell. And Celtic will look to the strike pairing of Henrik Larsson and Simon Donnelly, backed up by Football Writers Player of the Year Craig Burley, who've scored 49 times between them to get the goals they badly want. What the Celtic fans want to see today is skipper Tom Boyd with his hands on the League Championship trophy. If Celtic win here, events at Tannadice won't enter into the equation. St Johnstone have a big problem. Both their first choice centre-backs are missing. Jim Weir is injured. Alan Kernigan is suspended. So lining up in the centre of defence are two Bells Hill-born 20-year-olds, Stuart McCluskey and Andy Whiteford. They'll lean on the experience of John McQuillan and Alan Preston alongside them. The goal threat to Celtic could come from Roddy Grant and George O'Boyle. Back after a 3-game ban in central midfield is Attila Sekerlioglu, but this will be his last match for St Johnstone. He's turned down the offer of a new contract and he's heading home to Austria. For a high-tension match, the referee is Kenny Clark. St Johnstone start the match. So much of the pre-game publicity has been about Celtic and Rangers and this dramatic end to the championship race, but they're certainly not here to make up the numbers. There's a big bonus on hand for them and a big incentive as well in the prospect of European football next season. But Celtic will want to mean business. They've won only 2 of their last 6 league games. It's been a stuttering end to the campaign. They'll feel that they should have had this championship gift wrapped already. Controlled by Henrik Larsson and flicked on for Simon Donnelly. Time for Main, not the best of clearances. Picked up by Paul Lambert, now Henrik Larsson. Donnelly's alongside him. Larsson lining up for the shot! What a start for Celtic! 2 minutes gone, and Larsson makes the breakthrough. Henrik Larsson's 19th goal of the season, but it's only his 2nd in the last 12 games, and that will settle the Celtic nerves. Powerfully struck, it was curling and dipping as well. Alan Main could only watch as the shot exploded in the net behind him. And there's a jubilant reaction on trackside from Wim Janssen. It must be difficult for the players to hear themselves talking to each other, such as the din around Celtic Park. What a start for these Celtic supporters. O'Donnell, a quick pass for Donnelly, but quickly in was John McQuillan. Paul Lambert covering across, Stuart McCluskey. Good sliding challenge by Phil O'Donnell. The Celtic supporters like that. It's won them a corner kick. And this brings the first corner of the match. And it was all down to O'Donnell's determination. Corner flag gives you some indication of which way the breeze is blowing. In from Jackie McNamara. On the edge of the box, Craig Burley. He'd plenty time to line that up. He's scored goals from more difficult positions. Maybe on this occasion he just had too much time to think about the shot and dragged it wide. George O'Boyle has a dangerous ball. Straight to Jackie McNamara. Trying to get outside Alan Preston. Good challenge by Preston, good defending that. He was always under pressure after George O'Boyle had given the ball away. It's been a busy opening on that St Johnstone goal line for Alan Main. 9 of the St Johnstone outfield players are inside the area in front of him. In from O'Donnell, punched away by Main. Everyone's eyes were on Mark Rieper at the near post. O'Donnell again. Annoni has some room. Useful ball in, no takers. good idea that from Annoni, chipping it beyond the St Johnstone defence, but nobody on the same wavelength. But this was the latest threat to St Johnstone's goal. Paul Sturrock has been the recipient of some interesting mail this week, not all of it complimentary. Some Celtic supporters suggesting the best thing St Johnstone can do is lose. Here comes Tom Boyd. Useful intrusion into the box, that. And it was Sekerlioglu who made the important interception and knocked this cut back behind for the corner. Stubbs marked by Sekerlioglu. At the corner flag, it's Phil O'Donnell. Alan Main's underneath it, might well have caught that, chose to punch it. Finally away from McQuillan. Alan Main looking not too convincing there under pressure. St Johnstone at the moment just dreaming of an attack. They've not got near Jonathan Gould so far. It's been power play from Celtic, typified there by that challenge from Annoni, giving George O'Boyle no time on the ball whatsoever. Quick return pass from Simon Donnelly for Henrik Larsson. What a chance here for number 2. It's Larsson, and it's too high. That's the sort of opportunity that you expect Henrik Larsson to take. Such is his skill, such is his ability. He had time to line this up. He beat Alan Main, but it was over the crossbar. Craig Burley got the pass away, fouled by John O'Neill as he did so. Alan Stubbs picking at Jackie McNamara with pinpoint accuracy. And a chance for Simon Donnelly, which he can't take. Flung himself at that. Good defending by John McQuillan, who was with him. Did enough to make this difficult for Donnelly. Great ball in for McNamara. And Donnelly's so close. That's a poor ball out of defence from McCluskey. Possession handed back to Celtic. McNamara to Lambert. Now Craig Burley, some space in front of him. Moves it wide for Phil O'Donnell. Donnelly and Larsson in the area. Craig Burley just outside it. That's Whiteford. Won well by Lambert. Here's Craig Burley. Good control from Simon Donnelly. What a brilliant effort that was, and a fine save by Alan Main. This really was superb skill from Donnelly. He pulled that down so quickly, the snapshot took a touch and round the post. In fact, it wasn't Alan Main that got the touch. That took a deflection before it got that far, but corner kick is certainly the end result. And again from O'Donnell, yet another Celtic corner kick. Rieper's head, that's Henrik Larsson. And left by John O'Neill. That was very cool play with Alan Stubbs alongside you. And this might well have been a dreadful lapse by O'Neill, I reckon. As the ball was knocked across by Larsson, in came Stubbs into the side netting. Kept in by McNamara. Clever ball for Henrik Larsson. A little look to see what's inside. Halted initially by Whiteford, he's away from him now, and Larsson's shot collected by Main. Didn't get too much power behind it that time, but not shy of having a shot at goal, Henrik Larsson. Signs of agitation about Wim Janssen. Celtic are ahead, but it is a slender lead at the moment. John O'Neill had to move it on quickly for John McQuillan, and tackling back with Simon Donnelly. Tremendous all-round performance from Donnelly. That's good play from O'Neill, lining up for the shots. Well, that's their first shot at goal. A rare opportunity to see the whites of Jonathan Gould's eyes. by Preston on Larsson. More action in front of Alan Main. Jackie McNamara's free kick. Climbing high was Mark Rieper. Missed by Larsson, but doing his best to get it back. Here he is. He's away from Jenkinson. He's away from Preston. Cut back for Alan Stubbs. It's Larsson. Desperate measures as St Johnstone get the ball clear. Celtic again queuing up. In from McNamara. It's Alan Stubbs. Too high with the header. A phase of incredible pressure in the St Johnstone defence here. Superb stuff from Larsson. That was Alan Stubbs. And what a good challenge that was by Keith O'Halloran. Squared by Larsson. And eventually clear. O'Boyle linking with O'Neill. And O'Halloran. Good run made by John McQuillan. Celtic need to keep their concentration. And George O'Boyle misses a chance to equalise. Maybe the cross was just a bit too high for them. St Johnstone, who have done practically nothing in attack, suddenly the ball in from McQuillan, and I don't think George O'Boyle reckoned that was coming his way. He seemed to be totally surprised. He was underneath it, and the header flew too high. Always looking for a free kick there, McQuillan. The challenge was put in by Paul Lambert, but good decision by Kenny Clark to tackle from behind. Grant, O'Boyle, Sekerlioglu all up in the area, nobody there, and there are signs of clear nerves in the Celtic defence. This should not have been a great problem. There was really very little happening here. Well, Jonathan Gould, realising very late he had to deal with that. And Celtic take a 1-0 lead into the home dressing room at half-time, courtesy of Henrik Larsson's 19th goal of the season. Superb strike it was. Set it up himself at the edge of the box, and a shot which was unstoppable. His second goal in 12 games, and here was a chance for another one. Through clear on the left-hand side. He beat Alan Main, but his shot went over the top of the crossbar. It's been a superb Celtic performance for much of that first half, but the last 5 minutes or so have had the Celtic fans biting their fingernails, because there was a chance for George O'Boyle to equalise, and St Johnstone have come much more into it at the end of the first 45 minutes. Half-time, Celtic 1, St Johnstone 0. Celtic restart, 45 minutes away from a league championship they so badly want. It's 25 years since Rangers and Celtic went into the last Saturday of the season, both with a chance of title glory. But Celtic ended the first half unconvincingly. Signs of nerves creeping in, and they'll want to eliminate that. They really need another goal. Henrik Larsson got them off to the best possible start in the match. They have played some tremendous football, but they need the cushion of a second goal. That's the way they'll feel. St Johnstone will look at it from a totally different point of view. They have their very good reasons for wanting something out of this match. Paul Lambert's shot, held comfortably by Alan Main. I think it was curling wide. It wasn't too powerfully hit, but it was intelligently placed, and it had Alan Main scrambling across to make the clutch. The Celtic supporters hope to be smiling later on, and here's a man who could help. Billy Connolly in the director's box. Simon Donnelly trying to make himself available. Here is Donnelly, taken away from him by McCluskey. Alan Stubbs. Long ball for Jackie McNamara. The aerial duel was won by Preston. What a season Jackie McNamara has had. Early on, struggling to get a regular game, then moved upfield to great effect. Simon Donnelly looked as if he'd lost it, then won it back. Lambert, McNamara, great control. Jackie McNamara. What a good tackle by Alan Preston. Donnelly for Burley. It's a miss hit! And what a save by Alan Main from Simon Donnelly. Donnelly with a golden opportunity to strike Celtic second. This was breathtaking play from Jackie McNamara. Superb tackle by Preston. It looked as if the danger was over after Craig Burley's pass back, but O'Halloran set up Donnelly, and superb goalkeeping from Main denies Celtic. Celtic make a significant change. On comes 9-goal Harold Brattbakk in place of Simon Donnelly, who's put a power of work into this. He must be exhausted, and Celtic will hope that Harold Brattbakk can make it double figures for this tally and give them a more comfortable lead. Celtic now looking for things to happen in the wide positions. Jackie McNamara and Harold Brattbakk setting up Tom Boyd. That's a good header by Henrik Larsson. Made a good run to evade his marker. Unable to hit the target with the header. Tom Boyd waited, then measured the cross in, and a flashing header. Larsson got there before McQuillan. From by Rieper. Brattbakk on the move. Kenny Clark looking towards his assistant referee on the far side, Brian Christie, for guidance there. Well, even Jim Jansen, Mr. Relaxed himself, looks a bit under pressure at this stage, as you would expect. So close, but still a bit to do. A long ball from Preston. Annoni's header went out. Good play from Grant again, causing Rieper some problems. And the Danish defender eventually turning the ball out of play. But he knows all about Roddy Grant. Here he is again, trying to get to the byline. Here's Jenkinson. Sekerlioglu. McMahon at the edge of the area. Stubbs got it away. Back in from McQuillan. That's McMahon. Two Celtic players going for the one header. It was Burley and Stubbs both jumping for the same ball. And Celtic can well do without this sort of confusion. The ball up in the air, it needed a shot, it needed one player to go for the ball. Kept in by Gould. Burley, Larsson again. He's the big danger at St Johnstone. Now Craig Burley, shooting chance. There was a huge hush of expectation when round Celtic Park, as Craig Burley got the ball at his feet. He struck it well enough, but he hooked it wide of target. Came off the top of Mark Rieper's head. Now Lee Jenkinson got the ball through the legs of Tom Boyd, but slipped as he did so. Boyd's looking for a possible pass, waiting for the McNamara run. It's a good pass. In for Harold Brattbakk! He's done it! Harold Brattbakk scores the goal, which may well give Celtic the title. He's been much maligned since he came here. He's had an awful lot to prove. Maybe that's the perfect answer. 28 minutes of the second half gone, A sweeping move downfield, the Boyd pass, first time in from McNamara, and there's a top-class finish from Brattbakk. His 10th goal of the season, and that one surely has a gilt edge to it. And what did that mean on the touchline? There's your answer. Celtic Park is almost literally bouncing at the moment as the Celtic supporters sing and John O'Neill delayed too long and eventually forced to foul Morten Wieghorst. He had the ball under control, John O'Neill, then he lost it and then he stood on the back of Morten Wieghorst's boot. The Stubbs free kick, it's a Brattbakk, what a chance that was! Brattbakk applauds the free kick from Stubbs. Yet another precision pass from the Celtic stopper. Perfect delivery here, and it was blazed up by Brattbakk. And some of the Celtic players not involved today, ready to join the celebrations. Malky Mackay, Darren Jackson, Stuart Kerr, Tosh McKinley, David Hanna, Stephen Mahe, Tommy Johnson, all there, all ready for the party. And down on the touchline, the gaffer, Fergus McCann, making sure that everything goes as it should go after the final whistle. The long wait is over! Celtic have won the championship! And 30 can now commence, and Tom Boyd can look forward to lifting the league championship trophy. Henrik Larsson, 19 goals this season, and his 19th, which came after 2 minutes of this match, so vital. It got Celtic off to the best possible start, and here's how the head coach and his assistants greeted that final whistle. Wim Jansen, the first foreign coach to lead a team to the Scottish League Championship. Some concern here for Celtic stewards about supporters getting onto the pitch, but nothing will surely get in the way of this championship party. Brattbakk scored the goal after 28 minutes of the second half, which finally made Wim Jansen, the Celtic players and the Celtic supporters believe that the title was theirs. Until then, what was happening at Tannadice between Dundee United and Rangers might well have been a factor, but at that point it didn't matter anymore, and Celtic were on their way to championship glory. And the result, which makes all celebration possible at Celtic Park this afternoon: Celtic 2, St Johnstone 0.
And as the Celtic fans roared with delight, the championship trophy was already on its way from the BBC under police escort. It had been 10 long years since green and white ribbons had last been tied to its handles, and the delighted Celtic fans could hardly wait to see it presented.
That is the glittering prize. The prize that Celtic have been dreaming about, hoping about for so long, and now it's theirs. Secretary of the Scottish Football League, Peter Donald, alongside Lord McFarlane of Bearsden, who on behalf of the sponsors, Bells, will hand over the trophy. Brattbakk has had his difficult moments since joining Celtic, started to win acceptance as Tom Boyd accepts the League Championship trophy. The cheers ring round Celtic Park. It's passed along the line. There's Jonathan Gould. Brattbakk whose goal eased a few beating hearts inside Celtic Park today. There's Rico Annoni, a big smacker for the trophy. Stefan Mahe, who will return to the lineup next season, I'm sure, after injury brought this season to a premature end. There's Paul Lambert, steadiness at the heart of the midfield. Phil O'Donnell wouldn't have dreamed a few months back that he would have been part of this. Mark Rieper, who's given so much solidity to the heart of the back four alongside Alan Stubbs. Morton Wieghorst lost his place in recent weeks in the starting lineup. Jackie McNamara, Players Player of the Year. Craig Burley, the Football Writers Player of the Year. Darren Jackson, with that worrying illness, brain operation earlier in the season, loving the moment. David Hanna, Malky Mackay, Stuart Kerr, everyone a part of this. Simon Donnelly, 16 goals from him this season. Reggie Blinker back on the first team scene after slipping to the edges. Henrik Larsson, what a player he's been, and Tosh McKinley. And finally, Murdo McLeod, a new success as a player with Celtic. And look at the young face on the ground, glorifying this moment of success. When you have to wait a long time for glory, the moment tastes a whole lot sweeter. These Celtic fans who have had to look on as Rangers have collected trophy after trophy, they now hope that this can launch Tom Boyd and their team onto even greater moments of success.
Oh, superb. No, the crowd is fantastic today. We always knew once we scored, we always ever felt self-belief in ourselves that we do it today. You know, everyone's been knocking us and saying we're bottlers, and people have said we didn't deserve to win it. You know, so it's nice to have to shut them people up. You know, we never bottled it once. You know, nerves get to all players. You know, and sometimes you just got to get on with it.
It's hard to describe. You know, I'm still just reveling in enjoyment out here. It's can't believe it. It's fans they deserve it. They've stuck with us through thick and thin. So this is their day as well as ours. So we'll enjoy it.
We had to do it here, so we did it today, and I think we played good today. A little bit nervous in between, but that's normal.
How much credit goes down to Wim Jansen, the manager?
He's been building a tremendous side, I think. Everybody wasn't pleased in the beginning. And we've been coming together as a team and we're playing much better, and I think it's the main reason why we achieved the championship today. We just have to look forward to next season and get even better and build on this, because I think we have something special here.
It's been a long struggle, it's been a fight all season, but to come to the last game of the season, we made it difficult, but we got there, and I think every Celtic fan's delighted.
A few twitchy moments today. Really, overall, you did it in some style.
Well, I would say so. We started really well, we knocked the ball about. McNiven's first goal, I think we controlled the first half. Midway through the second half, we got a wee bit nervy, but again, they didn't really make any chances against us. But we knew if we kept on playing, keep our shape, that we could maybe create another goal and a good finish for the second goal.
To end Rangers' mission is a fantastic achievement.
Well, I think that was a big thing for everyone connected with the club, the players and the backroom staff. Because it was a nice thing to go and break. I mean, it was an achievement from Rangers as well, 9 in a row to equal the Celtic one, but I'm sure every fan from the Old Firm would say, well, we're finished equal on it, we might get Celtic stop the run.
The Celtic supporters are out for a party tonight, and no one will blame them for that, but there is this doubt overhanging about Wim Jansen's future, maybe your future as well. I mean, what can you say?
Well, we're going to have one hell of a party, Rob, and then after that things will be decided, and if anything happens, your head will still be high.
If you come here and you win the league for the first time, you were very happy. Can't be better.
And you can obviously see what it means tonight to the Celtic supporters.
Yeah. When we won the Coca-Cola Cup, I knew already what can happen, and today it was even more better than before.
Now they're concerned, even in the midst of their celebrations tonight, about what happens next with you.
Today we had a game, and that was the most important thing for me. And during the coming days, I will make the decision.
Is that next week? You'll
I can't tell in this moment. No. If I give a date, everybody's jumping on me, and that's what I don't like.
Have you already made a decision?
For myself, I made a decision, of course, but I think that's normal, because you think about all the that's normal situation.
Did that come some time ago? When were you able to make that decision?
I can't tell you when. It's coming day by day.
Would it be frustrating for you if you have to leave here and unable to build on the job you've already done?
No, it's not important to speak about these kind of things today. I think today I celebrate the championship, and that's most important for me. And in a few days we will speak and make the decision.
Now Henrik Larsson. Donnelly's alongside him. Larsson up for the shot. What a start for Celtic! Boyd's looking for a possible pass. Waiting for the McNamara run. It's a good pass. In for Brattbakk. He's done it! The cheers around Celtic Park as Tom Boyd accepts the League Championship trophy.